I like to call this C100, 10 times 10. The reason I'm calling it this, the reason I'm calling it this is because I'm using the first 100 numbers and C in Roman numerals. Remember the Romans. Roman 28 and 33. Ro or in French is gold. I like to work with French and English when I do my work. This is 61. It is the half-life. The reason for half-life is on a cube, right? On a cube. When we do some measurements, okay, for builders, we use all the corners. I don't need what's in between. But when you're looking at plywood, everything is linear, okay? Everything is linear with plywoods. So again, we're working with the half area. 9 is putting two pieces together. Anyways, we're going to leave that out. When you add up the first area, 1, 1 plus 0, 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6. The thing about this, it equals to a total of 196, in which once you go to the second part of the one house, it divides between 46 and 64, leaving 55 as a separation. I call this the sky pass because both sky and pass equal to 55, and 55 and 55 equal to 110, equaling to what, 11? 11 is our creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, equals to 1, equals to 2, and that is our AB creation, where 6 reverse 1, and 2 reverse 5. 6 and 5, 11, and there's games that explain different things inside of this. The total in the first section is 141, which will create 4 and 5. That is your sun pass. The second side is over here, creates 310. I call this the cube. The numeric value for the cube is 1. All zeros equal to 6. The total is 506. In the 2 house, there is no separation. The division comes over here. So we would take these two together equals to 121. And the total of that 121 is 11 by 11. That is your creation again, but this time it's connected. The mirror above and below. Here the total is 517. If you notice, the difference is 11. In the 3 house, 3 plus 9 is 12. Now we separate over here. In this house, we separated 15, numeric value for Mars, 21, 12, 21, we separate. And we go all the way to 57, and we separate again. There's a double separation inside of this. And through the separation, this time is 66. And in the game of craps, okay, we bar the 66, and the reverse of 66 is 11. We have freedom, and we have woman. Now we're going to go on and we finish the accumulation, and of course there's a difference of 11. So A, B, C, D accumulated 5, 10, 15, 45, 15, 51. So let's do it again. 5, 10, 15, 28, 38, 45, 51, 15, 51, 33 by 47, 33 by 47, let me check that out. 33 by 47 equals to 1551. And 5 and 5 in the center will create 111. On the roulette table, 16 added all the way through 21 equals to a total of 111, leaving 555 left over. Why 555 left over? Because when you add 1 through 36, it equals to 666, in which most people think that it is a bad number, but it's actually not. Okay, 666 and 432, counting it backwards, is actually a 90-degree angle. Counting it forward equals to 198. And this is your spirit creation in the heavens. Over here on, there's another number over here. Where is it? 1, 9, and 6. There's a dividing gate between these two. This is the half-life. This is the connecting worlds. Okay, when you create a star, right, we're not going to use all 8. We're going to use either this, or you're going to use this, or you're going to use that, or you're going to use that. These are all your 6s of 8, but you don't use all 8 at the same time. Also, 528, 264, something to do with computers where you find that 264. I don't know what it is, but now we come to the mirror. The reason we come to the mirror is A, B, C. Let's take it at 10, 20, 30. And in bowling, we look at it this way. We use 3 at a time for strikes. And it's also valued at 72. But This equals to 6. When you get to D, the fourth dimension, it equals to 10. We go back to 0. But when we get to D, where we began with red 1, D becomes the invert 10 black. 1 plus 0 equals to 1 in a Pythagorean single-digit count. Now we get to the Mars house. 39 for the first count, 245 for the second count. And of course, 528 and 11 is 539. The total between ABCD is 2090 or 29. The IT system, 20th letter and 9th letter, or bi system, the divided house, the combination house. Have you ever thought that we have one moon that controls what they call the ocean, energy, and matter, creating the house of Ra? But inside of this, and Mercury, but inside, it's just irrelevant to that fact that Mercury 103 is a combination of Mars and Earth equaling to 103, or I like to call it the spirit of 76. And this is the IT system, and this is how the whole number system is set up with A, B, C, D, because after that, E, okay, is where the division is, and then 6, 7, and 8 is the invert of 4, 3, 2, our vibration. In 6, 7, and 8, we have 6 I's and 7 I's and 8 I's. In this situation, we're going to go Jack 2, 2. We're going to go King 1, 3. We're going to go Queen, okay, 2, 2, 2. We're going to go 4 and 0. What does this mean? The Queen has all her eyes on all 4 cards. The King, okay, has 7 eyes. 1 card only has 1 eye. And the Jack has 2 eyes on 2 cards and 1 eye on 2 cards. So on 2 cards, it has 4 eyes, and on 2 cards, it has 2 eyes. The King on 1 card, it has 1 eye, and on 3 cards, it has 2 eyes. And the Queen has all 8 cards. So this is how they've told us. So that shows me that between the Jack is your gateway, and the King is your half-life, and the Queen is your heaven. 6, 7, and 8, 21. If I multiply it, it equals to 56 by 6, 336, or 12 moons running, and represents the Bat Lady. Because the female following the moon, 13 moons, okay, times 12 years equals to 156 moons. And if it was in 1 year, it takes up 336 days. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let's see what these numbers give us. 27 times 5, 135. The Sun Ace. Mercury, matter and energy. 5 times 6 is 5. Oh, and 9 times 3 is 27. 135 plus 17 equals 152. Earth and Mars. 6 by 5 is 30, is 41. If we multiply it by 0, I get nothing, and then I get 11. I don't know. I think I'm going to eliminate the 0 and just call this 41. I'm going to call this the King. The 1. This comes from number 1. This comes from the 4th house. This is the 1st house. This is the first number, number 1. This is number 4. That's where I got the figure from. This one is number 2, the house of Bait. And this is number 3. When the house of Bait receives the spirit within, 7 by 5 is 35, plus 13 is 48. Pluto arrives in the house of Bait. 40 and 2 is 80, the divided sky. 80 plus 15 equals to a total of 95. I'm going to include Neptune, Einstein, E and I. Inside of this is 6 and 8 and 7. The division of the 7th gate is between E and I, the E world, and the I birth in the E world. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching, and I'd like to speak to some numerologists who know a whole lot more than me. And where do these numbers come from? 6 and 7, 13, 1 and 3 is 4, and the mathematics will equal to 55, will equal to 53, will equal to 49. I'm just going to say 4 because there is no calculation, and this one is going to equal to 7. Just these two numbers alone is Jesus, energy, and time. 1, 8, and 4. Why I did this is 13, 1 and 3, 4, 13, 1 and 3, 4, 13, 1 and 3, 4, 13 is 4, 13 is 4. In the next one, we go to number 3 in order to do this house. Okay, we're going to do it all the way to the end. You know, if I did it all the way to the end, I just want to show you this. 7 and 5, 12, 8 and 4, 12, 9 and 3, 12. And they all have inverts. This one goes with the one spirit. This one is in the moon and the house of Bait, the gateway to the E world. The reason for that is the moon is number 57. The DC world, the orphan children are born through this moon. The reason I say it, if you look up orphelin, roulette, it'll show you the same numbers and it'll show you sequences that add up to 5775. And the ironic is that 5775 times 13 moons equals 75075, which equals to multiply and add time over time. 12, 12, 33. Jesus Christ, time over time. The reason I say this is because the words add up to that. And the last part I'm going to show you, in which I wasn't going to do, is that when you add up 1 through 36, right? When you add up 1 through 36, I'm just going to try and do the first one. 1, 10, 19, 28, 47, 57, 58, 62, 66, 70, 74. Jesus right in the center. Jesus, energy and time. 78, the gateway inside Saturn. 82, the cycle through Uranus. 86, the split gate into the Neptune. And 90 at the birth. When I add all of these up, okay, this one and this one, 222, 222, 610, 222, 222. All this, if you multiply it, 1776. So it's not for nothing that these things are mentioned. 8 and 5 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 6 and 2 is 8, 6 and 5 is 3. Here is 7, here is 2, here is 6, here is 1, here is 5, and here is 9. So everything gets switched around. 9, 10, 11, 15, 8 and 2, 10, 15, 7, 6, 13, 15, 8, 3 and 4, 15, 9, 3 and 1, 15, and then over here it's 18, 15, and 12, and 6. This is the setup of how the numbers go. And where did I get this from? 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 36, and we end up here. Last but not least, the triangle ABC. C3, D4, E5, ABCDE, F, F6. See the way 36 comes together? FG. So we have 1, 4, 7 coming together. Have you ever thought about the 24/7 coming about? Here's where we split the gateway. The 7 days of a week, the 24 hours a day, but we split the house right over here between the day and the night. Thank you for watching this video.